What's up, Tiger Gang? This is JT from the Poco Moonshine family. We're back again with another episode of Chatting with Carnivores. Today we got Shane and Amy, the sightless carnivores. How you guys doing?
Excellent.
Good.
You got the big cup there. I know you're staying hydrated. Amy, you staying hydrated?
Yeah, I've got mine over here.
I'm going to
Okay,
set
good.
mine down over here somewhere. There we go.
Good. I gotta know, how did you guys meet?
Believe it or not, we met through a mutual friend.
Really?
Amy was going to, there's a place here in Texas where we live, but it's actually, the place is in Austin, Texas, and it's called the Chris Cole Rehabilitation Center. And it's a place where people who are newly or recently blinded through accidents or, bad health or, whatever the case may be, if they lose their eyesight in one way or another, it's a place where they can go and learn computers. They can learn to cook. They can learn to
Braille.
They can learn to read Braille. They can just learn daily living tasks that most sighted folks take for granted.
Absolutely.
But this place teaches you how to adapt all of those skills and use them from a blindness perspective.
Mm. Well, and I gotta know, who made the first move?
Well, interestingly enough, we were introduced by a mutual friend of ours, and we talked on the phone for a few minutes. I was in a relationship at that point in time, and I really wasn't looking to, for that to end anytime soon. And as it happened over the past couple of years, that relationship fizzled. But also in that meantime, Amy had found somebody there at the place where she was doing the rehabilitation thing. She had found somebody, and they got married and were married for about 6.5 years. And then back in 2011, he passed away. And then 2012, we started talking. Amy and I started talking again, and she came to Houston to visit me and never left.
But before that, it was kind of funny because we kept running into each other
at various points in time.
So the universe was it was trying to get you guys together.
You would, yeah, it certainly seemed that way. And so we got married October 19th of 2013. In fact, it'll be 10 years for us this upcoming October.
Wow, that's so awesome. We'll have to have you on for like a celebration stream, an anniversary stream.
Hey, that works. Yeah.
Yeah. So who gave who their number first?
Honestly, I don't remember.
I like being nosy.
Well, through the years, also we were kind of emailing back and forth too. So.
Oh, okay. So emailing.
Computer questions and just, stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Because I've been messing with computers since I was like 13 or 14. And I'll be 55 in November. And I now work I work as an Apple tech support specialist.
That's awesome. I don't think Apple would ever hire me. So you're doing great. Man, I'm telling you, that is awesome. You guys are fun. I'm telling you.
We appreciate that.
How did you guys grow up? Can you take us back some? You guys can each share. How did you? We want to know. I want to know some background on you.
Well, let's see. I was 3.5 months premature at birth. I weighed in at 1 pound and 15 ounces, and I went down to 1 pound and 8 ounces. And was 10 3/4 inches long. The doctors told my mom I wouldn't live 10 minutes, and if I lived at all, I'd be a complete vegetable. Mm. And this was back in 1968, and they had to put me in an incubator for 3.5 months to keep me alive. And the amount of oxygen they had to give me just to keep me alive closed up blood vessels and created scar tissue and all this stuff in my eyes. And so And then I think it was like 3 months after that, they actually found out that I was blind.
Mm.
And they also thought that I might have some motor development issues, which uh, is where my CP comes from, my cerebral palsy. Um, I spend most of my time in a wheelchair because my legs and hips don't work all that well. So but hey, I get around and I do things, and
Did you go to
um,
school in a wheelchair?
I did not. Um, I didn't really end up in the chair till probably 2008, 2009,
Oh, okay, okay.
and this was after I had both of my hips replaced.
Mm.
Both of them in the same year, in fact.
Wow.
So it's um, so that's the reason for the chair. But like I said, and I even play drums. I've been a drummer now for over 40 years.
How do you play drums, man? That's amazing.
Well, I mean, my legs may not work for walking, but my feet work well enough, and I'm coordinated with that enough that I can sit down behind a drum kit and play something fairly decent.
That's awesome. Who's your favorite drummer?
My absolute favorite, and I don't know if people are going to laugh at this or not, but one of my absolute favorite drummers is Phil Collins.
Phil Collins. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Now, of course, I've always admired people like Neil Peart, and of course, he's passed on now. But Neil Peart used to be with Rush,
Hmm.
and of course, Alex Van Halen. Oh, who else? Dave Weckl, if you like jazz or fusion jazz or whatever, he's an awesome drummer. Oh, there's too many to mention here,
Do
but
the neighbors complain when you start banging on the drums?
no, because my drums are electronic, and I can, even if I plug them into a PA system, I can adjust the volume to where I'm pretty much the only one that hears them.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
And uh, but yeah, Phil Collins is probably the drummer that influenced me the most when I was young and growing up and first started learning to play the drums.
Do you feel like your carnivore diet's helping you at all play the drums better? And what about you,
Um,
Amy? Is carnivore diet helping you doing any of your hobbies better?
Any of mine? Is that what you
yeah,
said?
yeah.
Well, I don't have a whole lot of hobbies.
I know you
But
guys like the YouTube.
yeah,
That's a good
YouTube.
hobby.
Yeah, YouTube.
And she loves Dice World.
Well,
Dice World? What's Dice World?
It's a well, I'll let her explain that.
Okay.
it's an app for your phone. Um, it's very accessible for the blind, but also sighted people play on it as well. And it has like is it about 6 different games?
6 different dice
Yeah,
games.
Yahtzee and Ballot or Balut, however you pronounce it, Farkle, Pig, 1, 4, and 3s. And you play against all kinds of different people, all over the world.
Wow. It
And
sounds fun.
they have tournaments that you can participate in.
Yeah, you can do tournaments.
That's awesome.
But as far as now, admittedly, I haven't been able to play my drums for a little while because of certain circumstances sort of beyond my control. I haven't been able to set them up for a while
After we moved.
and everything. And I hadn't been able to get them set up. But I really feel like once I get them set back up, I have a feeling that because we're eating healthier now, that my coordination, my reflexes, that kind of thing, is going to be improved.
We got to get someone to help you set that up because I guarantee you now you're going to be playing like Travis Barker. You're gonna
He's not admitting it, but he also can sing.
Yeah, you got some Frank Sinatra in you?
Well, probably more like Randy Travis.
Randy Travis. Ooh. Does that is that rally you up, Amy, when he starts singing? Do you start say, "Oh wow"?
he sings good. He doesn't admit it though.
I'm a better drummer than I am a singer, but
That's cool, man. I can't sing or drum, and I don't work for Apple, man. You are just running circles around me, my guy. Oh,
so
man.
if you don't mind me asking, what do you do?
I YouTube and I sell on eBay.
Oh, okay,
And I
cool.
watch my son, so I've got 3 full-time jobs.
Sounds like it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I've I found about the carnivore diet through Carrie, and I just ever since he shared my story and let me get an interview on his channel, I've had just nice person after nice person just popping in my life. How did you guys find the carnivore diet?
Well, we originally found it through watching Dr. Ken Berry
Mm.
and just seeing how he and his wife Nisha, how they eat and that kind of thing, and then we found Dr. Sean Baker, and then Dr. Robert Kiltz,
Chafee.
and then Dr. Chafee he's an American doctor, but he's currently doing residency in Australia.
He's all over the place. He's got a lot of energy now on carnivore.
Oh yeah, and also there's a Dr. Tony Hampton out of Chicago that's real big into carnivore.
Yes, I like Hampton. He seems like a very nice guy.
And so and on the 15th of this month, we will have been on this journey, on this carnivore journey for 3 months.
Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome.
And we've never felt better. We will not ever go back to any other way of eating.
Oh, yeah.
Not even for $1 million, Shane?
No, no, you couldn't.
That's a lot of money, Shane. You can buy some new drums.
You couldn't pay me.
I love you, man.
To go back to eating crap.
Yeah. No, that's so awesome. Eric, one of the comments here, Eric Carnivore RN says, "Good evening from Tennessee."
Wow, awesome. How do you do, Eric?
Tennessee is watching you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mama Bear Lynette, good evening from Texas. I am friends of Amy and Shane and will be spending Labor Day with them tomorrow. Thanks for interviewing them. Well, awesome. I'm thankful for them to, let me pick their brains here and ask them some fun questions.
And hey there, Lynette. Hope you're doing well. We'll see you tomorrow.
Lynette's got a question for you guys, actually. Shane and Amy, what is your favorite cut of meat? How do you prepare it?
Probably the ribeye, and we just slap it on the grill, let it cook, for like maybe.
Well, it depends on what size they are. Normally 25 minutes.
Yeah, it depends on the size. Sometimes we'll cook them, 25 minutes or so, and then just flip them over, slap them back on the grill for another 20 to 25 minutes, and we're golden.
They are very tender.
Yeah, real tender, real juicy.
Shane, that's a future shirt for you. Just slap it on the grill.
Hey, well, how about this? Killing it on carnivore.
I heard you tell him that one, so that's why I wanted to give you a new one, just because you said it right out of your mouth. Just slap it on the grill. Add that one on the list. I would buy that one right away. Just slap it on the grill.
Yeah.
Like, don't even ask me if I'm hungry. Just slap it on the grill.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm telling you, you're right up my alley, you guys. I love your energy.
And the way we feel, JT, is absolutely amazing.
And it's only going to get better for you guys. Aren't you excited?
Oh my God, we're stoked.
Yeah. I'm so happy for you guys. And I saw you guys on Carrie. I was like, dude, we got to keep the momentum going. Let's keep your guys' story out there. And I got different questions. I got some really fun questions to ask you guys. I just want to see what they're asking, and then I'll pick your guys' brains on mine.
Okay.
Sharon says, hi, I'm late. Better late than never. That's what I
There,
always say. I
there
can
you
sing a
go.
little bit too. Better late than never. That's about as good as I can do, Shane. Mama Bear Lynette says, question. I know that Amy loves to hear Shane sing songs. What is your favorite song that he sings?
Well, he's done New Kid in Town.
Now, that's not the song from the Eagles. That
No.
is a Christmas song, and I'm not sure when it came out, but I think it was originally sung by Keith Whitley.
You sing
He
some
does
good
that
Christmas
one.
songs?
Won't you build out something?
There's a new kid in town, and he's lying in a manger down the road. There's a new kid in town, but he's just another baby, I suppose. Heaven knows there's a new kid in town here in Bethlehem.
Wow, that was great, man. Heaven does know. They really know. And
Yes.
that was so good. I'd probably get a copyright strike, man. It's like if it's the real thing.
Well, it's interesting because I was doing a gig for this blindness organization, and I'm sitting over there and I have all my songs ready to go, and I'm sitting there singing, and everybody else is in there just talking away and just kind of being rude. And because one of the guys that was in our organization said, man, he said, you sang so well that the people that they ignored it because they thought it was a radio station playing or something.
That's amazing. Yeah, some people, they just, they'll hear it and then they'll just don't even think, and it's actually coming from somebody's beautiful voice,
Yeah. So, I mean, that was kind of a bummer, because I took the time and the energy to, to take all my gear and stuff out there and what have you, but it was still a good time. So.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, we all enjoyed that from you, and you didn't have to move your gear. I think you should start singing on YouTube, man. You got it. You don't got to move your gear. Everybody comes to you. You sit right there.
Yeah.
DC Learning to Live says, I was just speaking with Shane and Amy. They are wonderful. He says, hello again, Shane and Amy.
Hey there, David.
Hey, David.
How you doing, buddy? You're we thank you again for having us on your show earlier. So we'll hook up again soon.
Yeah, I sent you a message, bud. If you want to get on chatting with Carnivores, just like Shane and Amy, just shoot me an email. It's in my About section, okay? Sharon, you two are such an inspiration. They are, man. I'm telling you. Eric, how did they meet? We already addressed that one a little bit earlier. But a short story. They were just they met at a hearing loss place, right?
No,
blind.
We were.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We were introduced through a mutual friend, and they were at the rehabilitation place, and I was at home, just on. I guess I was on break. Not college, but what was I? No, I was working, but I was off for the holidays, I think.
That's cool. Let's see. Shane, you didn't tell me you could sing, brother. You blow my mind. Yeah, he's great. I'm telling you, that was good. Shane, I always enjoy hearing you sing. Hopefully I'll hear more tomorrow. Wow, yeah, see? Yeah, I'm telling you, you're already making some fans singing. Now I got some questions here for you.
All right.
What are some of your favorite carnivore dishes or meals you guys like to eat?
Burgers, steaks, bacon, butter, and eggs.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I eat, man.
And I just did some hot dogs on the grill, and they were amazing.
Yeah, we have one of these I think it's a Hamilton Beach,
Yeah.
and she just put them on the grill, and man, they tasted just like they came off a barbecue pit.
Oh man, yeah, I would have grilled out today, but it is so hot out today. Like, ooh, I probably
Yeah,
could have just put the hot dogs on the concrete and then
yeah,
cooked them today. It is so hot out.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
how do you choose and shop for your meat? And because you guys can't see them, so how do you guys
Well,
shop for your meat?
I do a lot of it online, and speaking of that, I had no clue what I was getting. I had ended up with some cowboy cut ribeyes, and man, they are huge. You could hit somebody with it.
Because they were bone in, and
Oh,
man, them bones are brutal.
hmm yeah, I swear too. Like like that T-bone look on the bone. Like for a T-bone steak, like they're gonna charge us more to get the bone to look like that and stuff. It's
Yeah, I opened it and I'm like, what is this?
that is funny. Are there any specific cooking or grilling techniques you guys use when you're making food?
um, Not really. I mean, I guess I would probably do it, the same way a sighted person would do. I'm probably more careful um, when I, flip the steaks or whatever. I've been using, just a fork and I can flip them. Well, even the burgers.
And the burgers?
Yeah, I'm
You
just,
guys you guys use a lot of salt?
Some, I mean, we salt
yeah,
and the salt and butter.
I have some, the Redmond's
Oh.
salt, and then I also have some sea salt.
Yeah, I still haven't tried Redmond's. I just but I do put a lot of salt on stuff. It's on my
Yeah.
list to try.
And man, you put some butter on those steaks. Oh my God, they're
Yeah.
good.
That's I'm telling you, I've been putting butter on everything. I even I'll save the bacon grease and slap that in there too. And then slap it on the grill. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Shane? um, do you guys rely on your other senses, like touch or smell, when you're trying to tell if your meat's still fresh and stuff?
Yeah,
Most definitely.
smell,
Yeah.
yeah.
Smell
How
it
does that
definitely.
work? Can you explain that to me? Because I'm wet behind the ears.
Well, if it doesn't smell all that great, I mean, if you
Yeah, you
open it
can
up and it
tell.
smells funky,
Yeah, you can tell if it's bad.
yeah,
Do you
you
do you
have to
feel like you
know.
got a better sense of smell?
I don't know if it's a better sense of smell, but we use, because we use our other senses because we don't have our eyesight,
Mm-hmm.
and our other senses are a bit more in tune. And
Yeah, you
so
might be better connected than somebody
we
who relies
because
on their eyes.
so many people take those eyes for granted,
Absolutely.
and
They're given to them for free. My coach taught me that the things given to us for free, people find no value in, but they find the value in the Rolexes and the PlayStations and all that other stuff. But
yeah,
your soul, your spirit was given you for free. Your mind was given you for free. They don't even want to use it, but they're like, "Oh, but a Rolex is more valuable." No, your mind is priceless.
your mind and your body are
Yeah.
priceless, and they're given to us as temples from God.
Yeah, they're gifts
and
to do His
and
work.
yeah, to do His work, and we should treat those temples as if they were priceless, as if they were
A
highly
temple.
valuable.
Yeah, you wouldn't go into church and knock over the benches and stuff, right? You'd have
No,
respect for it, right?
exactly.
Right. I
Well,
feel like we need to have the same respect for our bodies. Like God, we're made in God's image.
yeah, and we weren't made. He didn't make us to eat the plants. He made us to eat meat.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I'm with you on that one.
And, because we see all these people. Amy loves to watch grocery hauls, or at least she used to.
I don't
You
watch
can
them much anymore
don't,
because of all the garbage.
yeah, because you can see all the crap everybody's buying.
I didn't used to look at it as like crap, but now on the carnivore diet, it's totally changed my perspective on how I see the stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even see it as real food anymore. It's junk.
it's junk, poisonous crap.
Garbage.
How about this? Garbage.
That's another T-shirt. You're on a roll tonight, Shane. Oh man, slap that one on the grill too,
Yeah.
Shane.
Garbage. No more.
Yeah, no more garbage. Stop eating garbage. Ooh, wow.
No garbage on Carnivore.
That's funny. I love that. Mama Bear Lynette has another question for you guys. She says, Amy, have you ever burnt your fingertips while cooking?
Occasionally, but it's nothing drastic.
She still got her fingertips, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, she still got them.
She's doing good. Hey, Rick, the 40-year carnivore. He's been on carnivore for 40 years.
Hey.
Wow.
He says he was on the Anthony Chafee stream, and now he's here watching you guys. What a blessing.
Wow. And what I would say, Dr. Barry's favorite is huzzah. But I like, if you ever saw the movie Son of a Woman.
No, but I've heard of it. That's got the dude from Scarface, Robert and Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Yes.
But one of his favorite expressions is hooah.
Hooah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Al Pacino is the bomb. My favorite is Scarface by him. Rick, the 40-year carnivore, he says don't eat the duck food. He calls duck food anything that that wasn't meat that his parents tried to feed him. He would throw out the window to the ducks because the ducks would eat it, and then his parents wouldn't get mad at him because they wouldn't find it in the trash can.
Yeah.
Hey, that works.
Yeah, so he said he loves ducks because they got him out of eating a lot of duck food.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, Rick, that's his spirit animal, man. What do you guys feel like your spirit animal is?
Wow, I hadn't given that one much thought, actually.
Yeah, I got some weird questions.
What kind of animal?
Spirit animal?
I don't know what that means.
Like for me, I feel connected to tigers.
Oh, okay. Probably either a dog or a cat for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked Sophia that. Sophia eats steak. She's a young girl that was dealing with bulimia, anorexia, and she's gaining weight on carnivore, gaining muscle.
Very
I asked
cool.
her that too, and she said her spirit animal is a cat because her personality is more like a cat. I just thought it was an interesting question. What are the biggest struggles you guys are facing in your life right now? Carnivore or not carnivore, doesn't matter.
I mean, I really, well, I'll say this. They yanked some of my OT away at work. And so, I mean, I'm back down to regular hours. So that's kind of a bummer, but
less cash flow, not good.
Yeah. So it's a little tougher. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's a little bit tougher than it normally would be for us to get the kind of meat we want.
I'm glad you brought that up, Shane, because I do have your GoFundMe linked in the description of this video below this video.
Awesome. That's
and
perfect.
I got your channel linked in there. So you guys go in the description of this video and please go subscribe to their channel and also hit up their GoFundMe. If you guys got even, $5-10 like that, anything helps, honestly, when people are in need. And I feel like my coach taught me that we shouldn't be go-getters. We should be go-givers. Because there's a law that states, the only energy you can receive is the energy you send out. So if you're taking, eventually the world will take right back from you. And so you want to be giving, and the world will give right back to you. It's a beautiful thing.
Amen. And I think, I need to look up the exact book, chapter, and verse, but there's at least a verse in the Bible that talks about something about that people that eat meat are stronger than people who eat plants.
Yeah, when you make a video on that too for your channel, that would be awesome. I'd watch that, just talking about that,
Yeah. And also one of the things we're struggling with, well, I'm not so much, but Amy, might be, is when you're on carnivore, one of the most important things is patience.
Mm.
And because we live in such a microwave society, we want everything done right freaking now.
Yep.
And when you're on carnivore, you can't have that attitude and expect to succeed the way that this is intended for you to succeed on.
Mm.
Well, I'm not expecting it to be done like yesterday, but I mean, we've already been on, 3 months. It looks like, you know, some things that, I think would be getting better.
And
Well,
they will.
giving it some time, though, you never know what speed God's working at and we can't see a lot of the blessings that are happening right in front of us, and
Right.
that's even people at sight, it's tough for anybody to see God working. He works in mysterious ways.
Yes, he does.
Rick says Romans 14:2.
Ah, thank you for that, Rick.
Yeah, Rick has got your back. He said he got him.
Thank you there, brother.
Hey, have you guys what are here we go. What are some different types of meat? Like anything like Rick was eating iguana. What's the wildest type of meat you guys been trying?
The wild. Ooh, wow.
Any elk or anything? Anything weird? Kangaroo?
No,
that's not me.
we've been sticking to just your basic, beef, the occasional, something occasionally chicken or maybe a little bit of pork now and then, but we're mostly sticking with beef.
Cool. Yeah, Rick's trying to get everybody to try iguana. He's down in Florida, and they're just everywhere. They're on he says, the verse says, one man hath faith to eat all things, but he that is weak eats herbs.
Wow.
He that is weaketh eat herbs. So yeah, that's a great, that's what you're talking about. That's great.
Yeah.
Would you try duck or goose? Rick says.
I would be more inclined to try that. I mean, I've tried duck before.
Isn't it kind of greasy, Shane?
It was a long time ago, so I don't really remember the taste of it, but I know that I've tried it before.
What about duck eggs? Because he gets his free eggs from the ducks, the local ducks.
No, I haven't. We haven't tried anything like that, but I would probably be more inclined to try some of this newer stuff, like the duck and the goose. Amy's just not. She's not the most adventurous when it comes to new kind of stuff like this. So,
yeah, no, I've just been sticking to the steak and burger meat and stuff and scrambled eggs and butter. So I'm right with you guys. But maybe if I get down by Rick, I might have him fry up some iguana.
Hey, that works. But because the beef of all the meats that are available, at least from everything we've heard, the beef has more nutritional value than anything else.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Shane and Amy, I got a good question for you guys. How do you know when the meat is done cooking? If you can't see, like a steak or something, how do you know it's not?
Well, it's for us, I guess it's more about timing.
Is that good for burning too? Like, so it's not like one side's not getting burnt? Explain that process to me. I'm just curious.
Well, then again, you would go by smell too.
Yeah, there's nothing like the smell test.
Yeah, you can smell if it's burning. And you just learn the timing, like on certain steaks. But of course, we like ours done.
Yeah, we don't like it mooing at us.
So some of the ribeyes, I do them 25 on one side and then 20 on the other. And you also can tell when you put a fork in it.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell if it's done or not.
That's another T-shirt, Shane. Put a fork in it.
Yeah. Yeah, stick a fork in it. It's done.
Yeah, we're on a roll tonight, Shane. I'm telling you, you're gonna have to rewatch this just to write down all the T-shirt ideas we're coming up with.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh man, you guys are fun. Let's see here. Can you recommend any resources or anything that you guys find helps you guys as blind carnivores in case there's other blind carnivores out there?
Well, now as far as resources, for shopping, of course, like Amy was saying earlier, she uses like Instacart, or she uses Sam's Online
delivery.
Because they both deliver, as does Walmart. And so, stuff like that is really good, good online resources to use.
And if you need sighted help doing something or just looking at something, Be My Eyes.
Yeah, there's an app on the phones called Be My Eyes,
and it'll call an actual human.
It'll call it like a human volunteer, and the volunteer can use their phone's camera and look at your surroundings,
whatever you're trying to do,
or whatever you're trying to do, and they can kind of guide you as far as what to do and where, and buttons to push if need be, or just different things.
That's great. Yeah, because I know there's going to be other people with sight problems that are going to be looking up to you guys, and they want to know, how you guys are navigating all this stuff as carnivores. So it's very important, all these little tips.
Also, there's an app called the Seeing AI.
Oh, yeah.
And she uses it a lot of times when we're looking at packages of things that we've bought, so that we know if we're getting she's grabbing a ribeye or a sirloin or whatever the case may be.
That's cool. I'm learning all sorts of stuff from you guys. I didn't know that half these things were available, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'll that's also how, I can read the mail. It'll, read that to us, and it actually, which we don't do a lot in cash, but it has where it'll read the money.
Mm-hmm.
It'll
tell you what denomination of bill you have.
Rick says, same as cooking on the engine. You go by the smell and timing. He wraps his steak in tinfoil and cooks it on his truck engine on the way to work.
Oh, wow.
He said he knows it's done because he turns on the air conditioning. He can smell it. It's ready.
Oh, wow. Okay. and then he's drooling everywhere while he's walking into work.
Yeah. Yep. I'm telling you, everybody, all these carnivores are real fun, Sharon has a question. What appliance do you use the most, you guys?
Well, before we got the grill, I was always using the oven or the Instapot. But here lately, I've been using the grill a whole lot.
Yeah, and the amazing thing about the grill is, like we said, we put some hot dogs on there earlier, and they tasted just like they were on a barbecue grill.
What do you guys use? Charcoal, propane?
No, this is electric. Just a straight electric grill.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those Hamilton Beach.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
it's a tabletop grill.
Counter grill.
Wow, that's awesome. So you guys, I'd never heard of that. So you look it up and get cooking.
Yeah. Amazon.
Yeah. Amazon?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's a carnivore tip there. Head on Amazon. Do you guys got any favorite dishes that you do you make like a little like I was talking to Sophia, she made like what they call like carnivore French fries, and another couple made carnivore chicken fries.
Now those we haven't tried, but I'll tell you what, our friend, I'm going to give a shout out to our friend Lynette. She made us some carnivore bread.
Oh, really?
Good.
It was really, really good. And she also made us some of those, I think they're called carnivore croutons.
Oh, never heard of that.
And oh my God, they're good. Very good.
We got to get the recipe from her for these carnivore croutons.
Yeah, well, and I think with the carnivore bread, all she used was some I think it was egg whites, and I don't know what else.
Well,
But
she's in the chat.
yeah, and
Lynette,
so,
bring the recipe book, girl.
but there was no flowers, no, um, no ingredients that we can't have.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's awesome. That's
She
the
also
type of
makes
bread we all should be eating, honestly.
a butter mayonnaise.
Yeah, it's a mayonnaise made out of butter, and it's really, really good.
I got a question for you guys. What advice would you give to others who are blind or visually impaired that are interested in carnivore?
Uh, just keep at it, and we tell people all the time, especially in these videos, the most recent ones anyway, you don't count anything. You don't count macronutrients. You don't count anything. You just eat meat and eat meat with, plenty of salt and butter to taste. And you eat until you're full. As Dr. Berry says, you eat until you're comfortably stuffed.
That's great. What about you, Amy?
Yeah, probably the same. What was the question again?
What advice would you give to others who are blind or visually impaired, that are interested in carnivore, like you guys?
Well, like we said earlier, you got to be patient. And, if you're doing it for health reasons, it will happen over time. But, most importantly, if you put your mind to it, you can do it.
Yeah, it's a mindset. You have to think that your meat is
Medicine.
the meat is your food, and the meat is your medicine.
And anytime you want to go and pick up something else at the store, think of it as poison.
Yeah, stay away from it and love yourself. Pick something better for your body, right?
Yeah, and because I think it was the great Hippocrates. He said, "Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food."
Oh, Shane, you just almost flipped my hat off my head. Yeah. Mama Bear Lynette says, back to Rick's quick. He says, I used to have an electric hibachi. Nice, Rick. Mama Bear Lynette, the carnivore bread contains egg whites, egg yolks, dried egg, white powder, beef bone broth powder, and beef gelatin. I think there might also be some butter in it.
Wow.
That sounds good. Mama Bear Lynette, yes, frozen butter that is shredded is added to the mix at the very end. There you go. So it does have some frozen butter in there. That's awesome.
Wow.
And you guys, that's really great advice to other fellow people who are visually impaired at the moment, because I don't think you guys are going to be visually impaired for long. Just keep having faith, keep making good decisions, and I have faith that you guys are going to get where you want to be.
And if you set your mind to it, you could do anything. We basically can do anything that a sighted person can do, except for drive a car and look at photos. Or
do you guys ever go out to eat at all?
Oh yeah, I mean, we haven't been in a little while, but
where do you guys normally go when you go? I just went to Chili's the other week and I got 2 nice big beef patties with bacon on them. Where do you guys normally go?
I love Chili's.
Oh yeah,
Chili's.
Their burgers are awesome.
They do have really good burgers. If you guys haven't in the chat, if you guys haven't tried Chili's burgers, give them a try sometime. It's actually really, and get extra bacon on it.
Oh yeah, and in fact, Mama Bear Lynette and Amy and myself are going to be spending a good part of Labor Day together. She's coming to see us tomorrow, and we'll probably go terrorize a barbecue place or a steakhouse or someplace like that.
Yeah. What are you going to order, Shane?
Oh,
I'm sitting down at the table right now with you guys. What are we gonna order?
Beef, and more beef.
There you go. Tell them keep it coming, and tell them slap it on the grill. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I love that saying, man. I love it. How do you approach dining out at restaurants? I'm curious.
Well, we haven't
We
since
like
we've been carnivore. We really haven't gone.
yeah, since we've started carnivore, we really haven't gone out to eat that
I've
much.
been trying
So
to get more
it's
healthy.
we're trying to get her a bit more healthy.
It saves
And
money too, right? You can get quadruple the meat, I feel like, if you
Yeah.
just went to the store.
yeah, and but yeah, this will be interesting. When we go out tomorrow, it's going to be interesting what we tell the waiter, waitress, whoever he or she is. It'll be interesting what we end up telling folks.
Well, for sure, no bread.
Yeah, no bread, no.
Yeah, don't bring me free nacho, or they got salsa and chips. We don't need it.
No.
No, no bread, no salsa, no chips, no. Here's something. You remember that song, "All About That Bass" that came out a number of years ago?
Yep.
How about "All About That Meat"? About that meat, no
About that meat.
garbage.
Yeah.
I'm
All
all
about
about
them
that meat.
steaks too.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that. All about that meat. You got a lot of them tonight. You're gonna have to watch this back with a notepad, Shane. Are there any misconceptions or stereotypes about people with vision problems that you guys would address?
Well, there's still people in our society that feel like that blind people or visually impaired people need more help than they really do. And you've got all these well-meaning people that they try to help you and they try to do this, that, or the other, and unfortunately for us, it usually ends up being a disaster.
Yeah.
Because when you tell somebody, "I've got this," or I've done this for a very long time, I know what I'm doing, I appreciate your assistance, but at this point in time, it's not needed.
They don't
Or
like hearing that, do they?
No.
Or you run into people when we used to get out quite a bit. Where's your provider? I'm like, we don't have one. We live by ourselves.
Yeah. Or we used to ride Metrolift, which is a service in Houston for people with disabilities.
Mhm.
And I don't know if we as a couple have ever experienced this, but when I was by myself, before Amy and I met, and I would go places by myself, I'd have these, and I'm not trying to disparage any race or anything like that here, but I'd get these Metrolift drivers that like, you need somebody to be staying with you.
No, I'm a big boy.
No. Last I checked, I was a 30-some-year-old adult and perfectly capable of handling things on my own. I just have to do things a wee bit differently than most people do.
Yeah.
I mean, just because we can't see doesn't mean that we can't
Function.
live by ourselves.
Right. Doesn't mean we can't function.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean you can't get on Carnivore. It doesn't mean you can't go on Carnivore and hop out of the chair and fix some problems in our lives. We can do just about anything we put our minds to. Like you said, it's a mindset,
Yeah.
Shane, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. I'm glad I asked that one. What let's see here. Do you guys do you guys cook the meals together, or does one person cook? Like, how is that in the relationship here?
I'm the cook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Amy's the cook.
Be nice to her, Shane.
Oh yeah. She cooks my food. I better be nice.
I'm just messing with you. You guys are fun. That's
But
fun.
yeah, I let her do the cooking. That's something she loves to do, and so I just let her have at it.
You guys got any tips for other people who have vision problems for prepping their meats or cooking and mealtime?
Well, just like we've said before, just slap it on the grill.
Slap it on the grill and then go by the smell test, right?
Exactly. I mean, this is such a simple way of eating.
Because really, just doing meat, it's really not that hard. Just put some salt and put it on the grill.
That's yeah.
Or what she'll do a lot of times is while it's cooking, she'll throw some butter on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
after I flip the steaks, I'll put butter on the other
mm.
side while the other side's cooking.
You guys are making me hungry. Mama Bear Lynette says we are going out for lunch tomorrow. Anywhere they want to go is fine with me. I think we should try a steakhouse.
That works for me.
Saltgrass is
Yeah,
pretty close.
yeah. We're Saltgrass is pretty close, and if it's a choice between Outback or Saltgrass, we'd much
Saltgrass.
rather do Saltgrass.
Saltgrass. She says, maybe we should go to Fogo de Chao, which is a Brazilian steakhouse. All they have is meat. That's it.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
oh,
Okay.
yeah, we're there.
I think that just tickled his fancy, man. I got a
Oh,
big ooh and a smile.
we are so there.
Wait, how does Al Pacino do it? Hoo-ha!
Hoo-ah.
Oh man, I felt that was perfect timing for that one. You know what I'm
Yeah, exactly.
saying? Do you guys got any food related hobbies? Like I know me and my wife, we like watching like these Master Chef shows and stuff. Or do you guys listen to any like podcasts about food or anything? About meat?
Well, as far as meat, not really, but we've listened to, and I don't know how much we've been listening lately, but the Dr. Gundry podcast. But I haven't listened.
Things have been so crazy. We haven't listened to a whole lot of YouTube. We've been listening to some.
Who do you guys like to listen to on YouTube?
Well, of course, Dr. Baker, Dr. Sean Baker, Dr. Barry,
Chafee.
Dr. Chafee.
You guys like the doctors, huh?
We catch Homestead How whenever we can.
Yeah, Carrie.
Yeah, Carrie's awesome. He's
I'm going to be going out to his homestead on Tuesday for my first time.
Oh, awesome.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to drive. Hopefully I don't crash his golf cart.
Yeah, so Carrie's awesome. We catch we try to watch a lot of Bill Knott's videos.
Yes, Bill.
Yeah.
And
Big Bill's turning into Little Bill now. He keeps getting thinner and thinner every video.
Yeah, exactly. And that cat Daisy, man, he's an awesome cat.
He's beautiful, man, and I love the fact that they are like besties, man, best friends. I love that, man, because I'm so close with my dogs. I love my dogs, and like, do you guys have pets?
We did, but we starting in 2012 really, when Amy came into the picture. She had a black lab guide dog named Hesper.
Wow, Hesper.
And we had her, and then back in August of 2013, we got a little Shih Tzu. He was named Deuce.
Deuce.
And he was a rescue.
Yeah, I only get rescues too.
And so then we got Loretta back in 2015. She was another rescue. She was part Shar-Pei and part something else. We don't know what the other part was. We never found out.
She was the sweetest dog.
She was a really, really sweet dog. Kind of slow on the uptake, but but I mean, and then we got Ginger. Actually, we got Ginger before we got Loretta. We got Ginger in 2014, right as we were going on that cruise.
Yeah.
So you guys are big dog people.
Yeah. And so, unfortunately, over the years, we've just lost them all.
Yeah, I lost my first dog I bought as an adult. Major was his name. I lost him on Valentine's Day this year.
Oh,
and it just sucks. It was not a day of love for me. I was like, oh man. So it put a sour taste in my mouth for Valentine's Day now.
Yeah, he was my baby. We lost him.
We lost him the day after Christmas of 21.
Yeah, you know what? At least out of the blessing of that is he gave you Christmas with him.
Yeah.
You know, that's beautiful.
Yeah. And we've also had cats, because at one place we were living in, we had a huge problem with mice. And so we tried a whole bunch of, putting stuff out, to help kill the mice, and nothing was working. I said, okay, we need to get us at least one, if not two cats.
And they'll handle it real good.
Oh, yeah.
If we'd have known they'd have got rid of them that quick, we'd have had cats sooner.
The whole time then, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
With those cats, I mean, they'll make quick work of them mice.
Yeah, no, I love cats too. My parents just found a little baby kitten the other week. She was stuck under the firewood.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Poor
and they heard her
kitty.
crying and they pulled her out and they named her Miss Woody.
Oh.
Miss Woody.
Yeah, because she was stuck under all the firewood.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, and she had a little worm behind her neck, so they had that removed, and they're keeping her. And she's like best friends with my dad now, so she's all gets to lay in a house and gets a big blanket and all this stuff, toys, and she's being spoiled now.
Gets to be a instead of a spoiled brat, a spoiled cat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you just never know how God's gonna send something to your life. You know, you never know.
Yeah.
What's your guys' favorite thing about being a carnivore?
The way we feel.
Yeah.
Oh, that was quick answer.
I mean, we've actually honestly never felt better.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to have really bad sleep apnea, and that's completely gone.
Mine too, Shane.
And you know,
I almost died from mine. It's scary stuff.
yeah, and you know, no blood pressure problems, no
Heartburn.
no heartburn, no acid reflux, none of that.
That is great. But yes, you guys, you said earlier, you guys, if you missed it, man, Shane said he wouldn't take $1 million for nothing to get off carnivore.
No, you couldn't pay us, either one.
That's
of
another
us.
shirt there for you. Hardcore carnivore. He's a hardcore carnivore.
That works, yeah.
Man, we got so many shirt ideas tonight, Shane. It's a long list.
Yep.
Let's see here. I got some more here written down over here. What's your favorite cut of beef? I think you said ribeye, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems to be the most tender.
Let's see. You guys, what about exercise?
Well,
not a whole lot, but I just got a treadmill.
I say not a whole lot, but Amy just got a treadmill, and I'm hopefully in the not too distant future going to get one of those stationary bikes.
Awesome. You know, goals are great to have. Just keep it in your mind and you're going to have it, Shane. And yeah. Amy, are you already hopping on that thing?
I did once so far, and the other time I was going to try it, it wasn't working, but I figured out it has something to do with the app. Because as soon as I closed the app, the treadmill started working.
Oh, that's technology for you. You can't live with it, can't live without it.
Exactly.
Rick, the 40-year carnivore, says, I always had pet cats. They attack anything that moves. They do learn to leave the ducks alone, though. That is funny. Wow. You guys, I want to pull up, if you guys got anything you want to say to the crowd while we're here, I'm going to pull up your channel if you and share it here with you, the screen, if you do want to share anything. You got anything on your heart, Shane and Amy? Anything you want to tell people that's on your heart?
Well, just, I mean, this is for those who haven't yet started carnivore. It'll be the biggest blessing you could ever give your mind, body, and spirit.
Yeah.
And for those of you that are just starting, keep it up, be patient, and it's only going to get better from here.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, Shane. I couldn't have said it any better. You guys, make sure you subscribe. Sightless Carnivores. Okay.
Yeah. And if you want to get hold of us, we are sightlesscarnivores@gmail.com.
That's great. Yeah, you guys, they're definitely open for some more interviews. They would love to keep sharing their story because there's more people out there. There's so many people out there who are in their same boat, and they have not heard you guys yet, and they don't know there's someone else they can look up to and relate to. So I'm telling you guys, it's very important. Anybody watching, smash the like button, share this on Facebook, share this with a loved one who could relate. Even if someone can't relate with the sight issues, they're carnivores, and just share them as inspiration. Like, look, like even these two can cook some steaks. Like, you guys got no excuse, they're going to the store and they look at all this junk. They need to stop looking at the junk. I think people should use their five senses less, and their vision is part of that. Start going inward and listening to your body. Stop looking at all this junk, and stop smelling the junk and tasting the junk. Like, love yourself and eat something good for yourself, right, Shane? Amy?
Exactly. And I don't know if anyone here has heard of this one, but there's another YouTuber out there. He calls himself Old Guy Carnivore.
I'll have to look him up.
His name is Mitch. And at the end of all of his videos, he always says, eat meat.
I love that. Yeah, Sophia says, now go eat some meat, she'll say.
Yep.
Now, you guys, I had a great time with you guys. It's been a blast. Would you guys come back for an update video? Did you guys have fun?
Certainly.
Sure.
Yeah, most definitely.
Cool. And I always wrap it up. My coach says that repetition is the first law of learning, okay? And you guys should replay this video, because your mind might wander. You start thinking about a show or a grocery list, or, a message on your phone, and then you miss 20-30 seconds, and that could have been some very valuable information. So replay their story. There's value in Shane and Amy, and there's value in their story, okay? And I appreciate you guys coming on and taking some time and getting goofy with me, having some fun.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you having us, and take care. Godspeed. God bless. And everybody just eat more meat.
Eat more meat, and especially it's Labor Day weekend. Fire up the grills and let's go. Slap it on the grill.
Slap them on the grill.
That's a great way to end.
Yep.
Oh, man. We're going to click.